girl was horrified to discover that her body had started to mutate. In a panic, she grabbed a pair of scissors and cut off the sharp hook that had grown on her arm. Then, she threw on some clothes and rushed to the hospital. But when the doctor saw her, he said she had to be isolated.
You need to be quarantined.
I'm not sick! This is from the drug! Security!
Sensing danger, Lola quickly ran into a hospital room and used the barbs on her hands to crawl up to the ceiling. She waited silently until the security guards left, then dropped to the ground and escaped. Just then, a drug dealer called her and promised to meet the next day to give her an antidote. But when Lola arrived at the designated spot, a man suddenly appeared from behind and knocked her out. When she regained consciousness, she found herself tightly bound. To her horror, the hook on her arm had grown back, this time sharper than before. Suddenly, she heard noises outside. As the drug dealer entered, she spat at him in fury, but things took a turn.
Christ, it burns!
I can't feel my hand.
At the same time, SWAT officers stormed in and arrested Lola, taking her to the police station. But once again, her body started to change in disturbing ways. A moment later, a new ear began to grow where the old one had been torn off. Soon, a mysterious man arrived at the station. He ordered that Lola be sedated and then had her transferred to a secret research facility. After running tests, the scientists were stunned.
This is a section of her DNA, and here, this is the same section of normal DNA. These strands should be identical, but they are not.
Whatever we're looking at, it's not human.
Two men then entered, ready to inject Lola with some kind of biochemical agent. But in a sudden burst of energy, she sprang to her feet. She escaped into the basement, only to be chased by a security guard. Lola reached the far end of the basement and found a scientist who had been working on an airborne drug formula. It turned out he had also been forced to work for the corrupt boss. They quickly decided to work together. The scientist explained that while developing the formula, he had added dragonfly DNA, which was what caused Lola's mutations. With the last bottle of the formula in hand, they tried to escape. On the way, they ran into the scientist's girlfriend, Anna. When they learned that the drug dealers had sealed off the entire building, Anna jumped into a van and led the escape. But just as they thought they were safe, the van's tires were shot out by the gang. Surprisingly, this was all part of Anna's plan. Meanwhile, Lola and the scientist had made it to a bridge. With the gang closing in fast, the scientist handed the formula to Lola and urged her to jump off the bridge, taking their last hope with her.